Hello YouTube and welcome back to another game of StarCraft 2. This is going to be game number 4 between MaSa and Snute. Our scores are going to be displayed at about 1 minute into the game, so if you haven't seen the previous ones, please click on the links in the description to be taken to game number 1, 2 or 3, wherever you left off last. So, MaSa versus Snute, it's a Terran versus Zerg. Hope you have enjoyed all of my videos so far. If not, I'm sorry. Our giveaway details are on the bottom right hand side here. It's going to be the Corsair K30 next, and again a big congratulations to Adrian M, who has taken the gaming mouse given away, and it's actually the same day, so I still haven't received a reply of which exactly mouse he wants, but I'll announce that as soon as it is indeed given away. So let's jump into our game here. Boom. And we are on Central Protocol. So on the top right hand side here we've got Snute. Snute is on Team Liquid and he is from Norway. His opponent is going to be MaSa. Now MaSa is on Team Elevate and he is from Canada. Let's see how this game plays out. Our scores are going to be displayed very shortly. In just a few seconds. The spoilers are coming. And boom. There we go. Snute 1, or Snute 2, MaSa 1. Which of course means if Snute wins this one, he continues on to round of 8. If MaSa wins this one, then we move on to game number 5 shortly. So just a bit of a, I suppose, a apology. I actually made a mistake. The previous game that I casted was actually game number 2, so technically it should have been in the order. So Snute wins game number 1, MaSa wins game number 2, and Snute wins game number 3. That is a really difficult phrase to say. So it should have been 1-1-1 each, and resulting in the same score, obviously, because this is indeed the 4th game. So let's see. Spawning pool is here. Looks like this spawning pool was before the hatchery, by the way, just to note that. Now this map is notorious for Zerg rushes because, of course, this has extremely wide chokes and entrances that are very difficult to defend off or block off against. So this is not that difficult here. It's actually quite a good block, but it's not the neatest of blocks. Then again, it's actually going to turn out quite nice if he puts down a second depot here. He could have a double block, which would be pretty damn good. But the problem with this block is that if you had, for example, Ravagers attacking it from here, they can reach really far without actually getting taken out. That would be very difficult to hold off against them, since they can use their range. And looks like this Reaper has actually gotten destroyed before it got... Oh, sorry, it hasn't. That was actually a bomb that got blown up. I thought it was the Reaper. But there we go. Reaper's still like, oh, and he is not toast. He's actually surviving with 1 health. That was one lucky as hell Reaper. One more hit and he would have been taken out. This poor Overlord not quite making it. And I wonder, was this MaSa studying exactly where Snute sends his Overlords, or was that just a pure coincidence that he came across it coming over there? Let's see, this Overlord is pretty much seeing everything here. So let's just show his vision. As you can see, he sees everything. He knows exactly what's going on. So it's a 1-1-1. And we've got ourselves the tank coming out here. Not a wit of mine, by the way. But that actually could be next. Let's see what's going to come out of the starport. That's going to be important, of course. And is it going to be a medevac? Or is it going to be... Yep, it's a medevac. So there we go. And looks like Snute has gone for a 3rd base. Now this gets spotted pretty much immediately, so this is very crucial information for MaSa. It tells him that, okay, Snute's going for 3 bases. I need to punish this. So if he doesn't punish this, Snute could run rampant, and believe it or not, this is one of the most difficult maps for Zerg to expand. Probably, I mean, it's a lot easier for them to attack here because of the wide chokes, but very difficult to expand because of the distance between these 2 bases. So look at how far away that is. And of course, very difficult to defend because you can pretty much approach from any side. And here's the siege tank. This is quite common as well. Let's see what it does with this. Zoom that out just so we have a bit of a better vision. And just to know, we've got ourselves a 3rd command center coming out here for MaSa. Now, I see the point of trying to deny a hatchery, but I think that Marines would have been better served for this, because this siege tank will have to pound away at that hatchery for a long time before it gets it down. In fact, I kind of forgot that I saw at a practice that I completely forgot about the fact that I have a silent mouse. That means I can actually click things while casting, because you probably heard a lot of clicking in the previous game. Again, I apologize for that. I am getting back into the stride of casting, and I hope that that everything will go well over the next few days. I have gained quite a number of subscribers, I have to say, since the last giveaway has happened. I mean, I did post a video and kind of leave YouTube for a while, but hey, got a lot of subscribers. I really like that. Super awesome to see that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, the two siege tanks actually landing straight inside the base there. That was very ballsy of them. Let's see if they gotten any kills yet. One of them had 2, and the other one has 3, so not doing too bad. Oh, looks like we got a Viking here taking out Overlords. That's of course quite a good strategy, just to try to supply block your opponent. I mean, if you manage to supply block a Zerg, that is very, very nasty for him. And looks like he's very close right now. In fact, he is supply blocked. Got himself 3 Overlords on the way, and he's going to be oversupply right now as soon as that Overlord gets taken out. Brilliant play here from MaSa. Very, very good. Oh, losing a queen to the siege tanks here. Gonna want to lift these off, back on away. Yeah, he's gonna need to get these away. And oh, this medevac is really low, 14. Oh, I'm a medieval man. It is, of course, quite an old song from the Warcraft 2 game. Yes, I do use their music because it's pretty damn awesome, and Blizzard's very open with their usage policy. Just because it is a Blizzard game or Blizzard music, they are pretty happy with you using it. It's pretty awesome. Brings back good memories. And yeah, anyone who hasn't played the Warcraft series, boy, you've got to do it. Not to try to get any attention from StarCraft 2, it's also an awesome series, but I am a Blizzard fan altogether. In fact, I've been playing all Blizzard games lately. I started playing Hearthstone for a while, which, to be honest, I kind of got a bit bored of at this point. And I've also tried to play Heroes of the Storm, and boy, am I loving that. I'm still playing that. In fact, I've kind of stopped playing League of Legends and Dota altogether, and instead started playing Heroes of the Storm, because it's so easier to actually just like pick up and leave off again, simply because it's just based on how you control the character. You don't actually need to know any item builds or anything like that, just the talents. But there's actually apps that tell you roughly what people use and why and all this kind of stuff, so that's pretty handy. If you haven't played Heroes of the Storm, definitely recommend it. Blizzard do make some pretty damn good games, and Overwatch is another game that's coming out soon, and as soon as that drops in price, I'll probably end up getting it myself. It's currently at 60 euros, and to be honest, I don't see the point in paying that much. I'm sorry. But that's pretty much with every game. I don't see the point in buying it, particularly when it's, just released. It's just, there's a lot of bugs, all these kind of things, and then all of a sudden it costs so much. So I like to wait a few months and then buy it when it just goes down in price a little bit. And here we go, these Zerglings surrounding the SCVs, picking off a few of them, but not as many as he would have probably liked there. But of course, the mining was disrupted for quite some time. Oh, Widow Mines getting dropped. That was a total of 4 Widow Mines being dropped here. This is going to do a lot of damage here. A lot of these Zerglings getting taken out, and oh, not bad. These Zerglings are still at it here. That is a total of 10 SCVs have been destroyed so far by those Zerglings. And here we go, the Marines, the counterattack here, and they're going to pick off their own 10 drones. And they have now paid for those SCVs that have lost. It's you take, an eye for an eye, that's saying it's you take what's theirs while they take yours. So 10 for 10, I think that was quite a worthy trade. And here we go, more Zerglings. It looks like this is not over at all. And how many SCVs are they going to pick off this time? 4 so far. Not too bad. These Marines getting picked off. Oh, I did not spot it. There was Ultras on the way. Chitinous plating is also half complete. And level 2 Carapace also about to complete. So these Ultras are gonna be nasty very, very shortly. And these Zerglings are still wreaking havoc here. Snute. His army is twice as big. He's got himself a bunch of Ultras. He's gotten himself even Infestors with enough energy for the fungal growths. In fact, this one has actually got 2 fungal growths stored up inside it. So that is really, really good. And let's see what he's going to do. It's 110 to 73 supply. He's also got himself an extra base, which for the Zerg is exactly where he wants to be. In the previous game, if you haven't seen it by the way, which should have been game number 2, but I cast it as game number 3, MaSa just continuously denied expansions for Snute. That was on, I believe it was Dust Towers, if I'm not mistaken. And it just put Snute so far behind because he could not establish his economy ahead of MaSa's, which is exactly where the Zerg wants to be all the time. And he did really well there, but unfortunately in this case, Snute has managed to pull ahead, and that is starting to show right now with the huge army lead. Not huge, but quite large army supply lead. And of course the tech. The tech is important. He's got himself the Ultralisks, which now have chitinous plating. I believe they're at 7 armor right now, which unfortunately I can't show here, but they are, trust me. They're going to be at 8 once that level 3 armor is complete as well. Or Carapace rather. Looks like this base actually getting denied, but this base also getting denied for MaSa. So 1 for 1, again eye for an eye. This seems to be the gist of the battle throughout this this game. They just take each other's units and buildings with equal trades. The only thing is, it looks like MaSa managing to take out another base here. Not fully, but he has denied mining for quite some time here. And looks like he's bringing back his Ultras. He needs to deal with this. I think he could have probably brought back 2 Ultras and that would have been enough. And then he could have, maybe not. I mean, that would have been very difficult to break with just a few Ultras. Now this orbital command is floating in the air. Is he going to get it repaired? 150 health. I certainly hope he is. 120. It's... oh no. Is he going to drop a few mules? MaSa. This is under 100 health. And there we go, repairing it now. That was very, very close. I mean, if anything else would have started attacking that flying unit, for example, out of nowhere, then a wild mutalisk appears and you've lost your command center. That would not end well at all. Okay, that's a lot of Ultras. Let's see how many. That's 7 in total. 3 Infestors, and these Infestors, I believe, are almost full of energy. In fact, 2 of them are. Now, full Infestors can still only get 2 fungal growths off, but then about 15 seconds later they can get another one. So it's 150 for 2 fungal growths, and they would have 50, and 25 more would bring them to a 3rd fungal growth. Looks like level 3 Carapace is about to complete for Snute, and once that happens, that's going to be very difficult to deal with. 2 weapons and shields, or armor rather, for bioweapons. Level 3 is on the way, but not quite there yet. Is it going to be there on time before Snute actually engages with this massive army of Ultras? This is going to be so nasty. I mean, oh my god, that is a lot of Ultralisks. There's a total of 13. Look at that. That is massive. And this could be disastrous right now. There is Liberator Circles in the air. There's not a whole lot of anti-air. There's just a few Ravagers. I lost their name for a few moments there. And Snute knows that he can't directly engage onto this. He needs to catch his opponent out of position, because with Liberators up in the air, this is going to be turned around very, very quickly. And oh my god, look at the SCVs getting taken out. Where exactly is that? Oh, that's the transfer. Yeah, that's the transfer. So there we go. The full engagement on it. These Ultras just running rampant. Look at the supply lead. 140 to 55. I think this is it. GG. Snute takes game number 4. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 in his favor. And he's going to be moving on to the round of 8 series. Now again, I do apologize, I'm very, very rusty with casting. Gonna try to get back into the gist over the next few days. Should be great. And we're going to be back into it. Hopefully everything's going to go well with the channel and start growth again. My subscriber count is steadily growing, surprisingly, even though I haven't uploaded in quite some time. And unfortunately though, the viewer count is getting a little bit low, but that is because of course I'm not uploading. That makes sense. So anyways, I will end this video here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.